What's up, YouTube? I was actually not planning on making this video. I mean, I'm sure I was going to at some point, but it looks like it's needed to be addressed. So, one of you all, not going to call you out or anything, one of you all, called my business cell phone at some point, somehow got a hold of my business cell phone number, which is totally fine, by the way. I have multiple of you guys who, have done so. You wanted to like consult with me, all that type of stuff, which, like I always say, we don't even have to do that kind of stuff. If you just simply watch the content on this channel and put it to work, your business will grow over time. This is the long haul. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon, like we always talk about here. But one of you all sent me a text message on my business cell phone after 1 in the morning, which, first and foremost, like, go to bed. Like, why are you even up at 1 in the morning unless if you're working on your brand or something, right? But I'll just kind of cut to the chase. It sounds like, this is a very long message. Again, not going to expose this person or anything. They wrote me a little novel pretty much questioning the legitimacy of the advice that I give, as well as just the legitimacy of my claims that we are, a six-figure pest control business. So I just wanted to literally, let's just get right into that. So I have my Stripe account pulled up. I've done this a couple of times, giving you guys a walkthrough just on what Stripe is, what the interface looks like, and all that type of stuff. But I wanted to just pull up my last trailing 12 months. I will say that by no means am I satisfied with our results this year so far. That is why, starting this week actually, my wife is now trained to answer phone calls. I even got on my whiteboard over here, I don't know if you guys can actually see it. I'll pull it up here for you all. I gave her kind of our deal of the week on the ad that we're running on Google Ads and Facebook Ads. Just kind of the price breakdown so she knows how to pitch that as well. And of course, wishing her to have a great day on her first day and whatnot. But to the point that, this person made, they were like, anyone, they said in here, anyone can say anything on the internet, but how do you back that? They said, you make a lot of videos, so I'm skeptical about your legitimacy. So I'm not going to blindside you. I'm saying to you, I have some tough questions for you. Anyone can say anything on the internet, but how do you back that? And like I said earlier in there, they were saying that, they said, let's see, honestly, I find it hard to believe that as a solo, that you are a solo making six figures in year 2, which, by the way, we're in year 3 now, but I'm guessing he meant year 2, last year, going back to last year. So first, I just wanted to pull up kind of our trailing 12 months. You can see one, it even says based on the previous period, we did over, $100,000, which, if I know how to count right, that is 6 figures, right? Again, like I always stress on this channel, I'm not even where we want to be, but that is 6 figures. And by the way, this doesn't factor in checks, this doesn't factor in cash payments, doesn't factor in Zelle, doesn't factor in, we barter occasionally, nothing, over the top or anything, but probably doesn't factor in roughly 5%, if I were to say, of our total sales volume, gross volume and net volume, right? So again, I just wanted to make this just to show you guys, literally anyone that may be having these questions. Like I said, we can go back even further. Let's just pull up our all time. And you guys know, I didn't even start using Stripe because we were using Square, like I mentioned on this channel, when we very first started our business back in 2020. Just since 2021, we're over $300,000 in gross revenue. Again, you can add about 5, maybe even 8 to 10%, but let's just say on the low end, 5% to that number. That's what, another $15,000 to $20,000 on top of that. So around $325,000 since January of 2021, which you can see there, it says January $0, because again, we didn't even start using Stripe until February, and we were accepting a lot more like cash and check payments back then. And then we started, primarily switching to card only. And then, of course, the rest is kind of, history. From there, we're slowly but surely building our way up. You can see the problem that I've been mentioning where we've been kind of sideways in terms of month over month, hence why we were looking at hiring an employee, now getting my wife answering calls with me for whenever I'm not able to pick up the phone immediately. We have a software now that we're using for that, for it pretty much rings all of our phones at the same time. It's pretty awesome. I'll be telling you guys about that tool. But you were mentioning too that from what it sounds like, you're just frustrated. And I understand, like, you're frustrated that, like, you're not seeing the growth that you may be seeing. But don't be that person that tries to, like, tear other people down just because, like, what they're doing is working for them and what you're doing is not working for you. You were mentioning in here, let's see here. You said, I'm going next level, and I think wasting money on big houses and big marketers like Google is bullshit. I'm guessing when you say the big house, you're referring to the house that we just moved into, and you said big marketers like Google. So, again, I don't know if you're just frustrated or what. We actually just started running this Google ad again. You guys know what is one thing I stress here. We stress that we do not run ads because we cash flow 99% of our business expenses with actual cash flow. We only run ads based on when the money is available, first and foremost. So, as you can see here, right around the beginning of July, we ran a quick little ad. I got a quick couple clicks. And by the way, now we have, if you watched our stream the other day, we now have our conversion tracking completely set up. Thank God, because this will make me actually want to keep our ads running in the future, not just right now whenever we have the money, but when I see that the actual money is paying off in terms of conversions. Our conversions are now tracking. See how it says no recent conversions? Before, this would say like invalid, not verified, something like that. If there was some kind of issue, now it just says no recent conversions. So very excited overall, to see that. And then of course, I always admit that Facebook ads are generally, brand awareness. Facebook ads, we only run, like right now, we got one that we literally just fired up last night. It's actually it's been live for about an hour and a half now. It was scheduled to run at 8 o'clock this morning. It's about 9:30 on the dot at the time of me shooting this video. So we can refresh it live, just take a look at it, see how it's done the first hour and a half. Hasn't really shown, it's only been live for an hour and a half, so it's no surprise here. We've only spent 2 cents, so I would guess it's seen, maybe 1 view so far. If you guys want to take a look at it, we can take a look at it real quick. But like I said, the whole point of this video was, like I said, I don't know if this person, you've been a follower of the channel for a little bit now, if I recall, at least at the bare minimum, probably 6 months. I don't know if like you were just trying to get my attention because like you mentioned here, and you mentioned in the past, like you want to network. Again, guys, if you want to network with not just me, but a bunch of other pest control owners, we have the free Discord group chat. We have our free Facebook group as well, but we have those free groups. Now, if you want to consult with me, like I always say, you do not need to, first and foremost. I post everything on here for free. Like, that's what I don't get about this message, is he's like, I'm questioning your legitimacy, which, like I said, I don't know if he's just frustrated or what, but I'm not the, quote-unquote YouTuber or, business owner, whatever the case may be, to just sit back and let someone question my legitimacy. Hence why, I show you guys in real time, this is since January, pretty much February, since January was 0, right? Since about February of 2021, 2 years was at right on 150, 160,000 a year, which if you go to my YouTube channel, I'm not going to make this video too much longer because I think you guys get the point. This is more so addressing this person specifically. And if you scroll all the way back to 6 months ago, that's about spot on with what I said right here, right? Inside my $158,000 2022. So, I could have put some clickbait type of number like my 200K, round it up or something, make it look like a better number or something, right? But I kept it real with you guys. It was 158,000, which again, if you just break down the simple math, that's pretty spot on with just our strike, which like I said, doesn't factor in cash, check, etc. So like I said, was not planning on making this video or anything like that, but again, I'm not the type who, is just going to let someone question, my business at the end of the day, question me as an entrepreneur. Just because I make a lot of videos, I'm busting my ass. You can ask my wife. I work nonstop. If I'm not working, I'm either eating, shitting, showering, sleeping, or, occasionally I have to help out with, obviously I have 2 kids and whatnot, but I literally eat, sleep, shit, work at the end of the day. So I'm doing YouTube for you guys. I'm doing my business. I'm doing all sorts of stuff at the end of the day, figuring out how to do all this ad stuff on my own because, like you, it sounds like I don't have the money in terms of cash flowing the business to hire it out to somebody. Plus, I have background knowledge in marketing to begin with. I took marketing courses, advanced marketing courses throughout like my junior, senior year of high school because we had those, advanced type of courses in high school where I came from. And that was actually, I was going to be a CPA with a minor in some type of marketing, for the 6 weeks or whatever that I was in college, right? But I have a background in marketing, not to mention, dude, I'm freaking young. Like, I know a lot about technology, right? So, like I said, this was not a video I was planning on making. Hopefully I don't have to make it again in the future. Who knows? Maybe I'll pin this video to the top of the channel just to prove my legitimacy. Don't even know what I'm going to title the video yet or anything like that. Just going to throw it up this evening for you guys once I get it all edited and whatnot to, get out the uhs and everything else. And then, just go from there. But, to this guy here, like I said, I don't know if you're frustrated or what the problem is. Hopefully, you get it all straightened out. If this was you trying to like reach out to network, this is the absolute worst way possible. I'll say that, because now you're kind of on my list of people that I'll never network with in terms of interviews. Because you were mentioning you were looking at starting a YouTube channel, which I say all the time, I believe everybody should have a YouTube channel. Everybody should have a podcast. Just do it, if nothing else for your family to look back on and, wow, what did my dad or grandpa or great, YouTube and stuff's going to be around for a very, very long time, and the internet's going to be around forever. So I suggest everybody start a YouTube channel anyways, but you were mentioning networking and stuff. That's the last way to do it is by trying to like call somebody out. So yeah, hopefully, like I said, that kind of shuts down that little discussion. If you guys have any questions or anything, as always, feel free to shout it out in the comments below. If you like the video, which I doubt, there's much to like here, but if you like it, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. Either way, just give us some kind of feedback. And I appreciate you guys for all the support as always, and I'll see you in the next video.